something this might not be the most popular opinion, but honestly, both those sound really, really boring. Like sitting there with no purpose, doing nothing, and just observing and being just part of a soup and sort of being merged with everyone else. And I don't know. To both of those sound incredibly boring to me. But you didn't. You think that's not the correct interpretation if you're actually experiencing it?
Well, let me say two things to that point. So number one, it was a mine was a 40-minute regression. So I wasn't there very long. So it wasn't long enough to get bored. And, for my client, she was there for 2 hours. Again, you know, not long enough to get bored. But with that said,
Oh, I don't mean the regression was boring.
no, 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 I know what you mean. But yeah, I know that's what I meant. Like when you're there in that other dimension, right? You're there for 2 hours. So you don't get bored because but if you were there for 100 hours, would it get boring, right? That's what you're asking. And Alan Watts talks a lot about that. He's a spiritual philosopher. If you haven't read or listened to much of Watts's material, it's the best stuff out there. But he says that's the whole reason why the universe reincarnates and comes, not reincarnates, but it's why the universe plays this elaborate game of hide and seek, where it comes and it incarnates as us or as plants or trees or different planets or whatever you want to say, and forgets where it hid and lives these lives. Alan Watts says if every night you had a dream that lasted 70 years in length, and each night you had this dream, you had everything you could possibly want. It was the best dream ever. You could go wherever you wanted. You could do this, you could do that. It was just the loveliest time. It's like, well, in 70 years, that would get kind of boring now, wouldn't it? How long